Oh, peace, everybody. What's going on? It's Gerald Hassan, the Children's Enlightening Minds Enterprise, with Pack Family Representative, Iron Trapper, Street Guard. What's good, everybody? Just hollering at you. I wanna tell everybody this. Just thought I was having. I was just talking with, a real good brother of mine, and we were just going through that. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping up game, letting iron sharpen his iron. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that just was left with me after that conversation was this here, man, is that, when somebody is not for you, when it's not right, man, don't ignore your gut. Don't ignore your instincts. Don't ignore the little signs that are presented. The inconsistencies, the lack of effort, all the excuses and so-called justifications that people give you to be the reason why they don't do what you do. And that's the bottom line, man. When someone is not putting into it what you put into it, when they're not giving what you give, because typically we give what we want in return, typically. And that has to be established, because you cannot give, or you shouldn't give anyway, what you feel that a person is going to give you, like in regards to bad things. Like, well, I'm not going to even begin to put too much energy into this, because the average person I meet don't really put too much energy into it either. I'm saying, you start out like that, you may well not even engage, because, it's very counterproductive. It's not conducive to what you say you really want. So I'm saying this here: when a person is not giving what you want, you putting into it what you want to receive. When you're not receiving that, it's no issue. Don't be upset about it. Don't be mad about it. Don't even make an issue out of it. I myself would say, just simply say, man, we're not compatible. And just leave it like that. I don't think we're compatible. I think you're a cool person. You're good people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can be cool. Speak every now and then. Maybe even possibly have a drink here and there. We see each other. I say, but when it comes to like something serious, and commitments to me is serious. I feel like a commitment needs to. Once I commit, I feel that the relationship of that person has the potential for marriage. I feel that the things that person has presented initially in the fundamentals. I feel like out the gate, some people believe this here that, okay, if we just met, then I'm not going to reveal certain things to you off the gate. Certain things I'm not going to just do with you. Certain conversations we're not going to just have. If certain information I don't feel like I need to just tell you. I feel like if I just met you and I'm sleeping with someone, then that should be fine. It's cool because me and you just met and I don't know what's going to come out of that. I disagree with that. I feel like the way you go into something is going to determine greatly, or to a large extent, of how that thing is going to manifest itself, how it's going to materialize in the future, because the way you start something, first impressions are last impressions. The way you start something, I believe, is how you're going to finish it. They say the way you practice, the way you're going to perform. So when you come into a situation, man, if you're not giving it your 100, you can't expect 100 out of it. If you're not coming into it, and I'm saying if you're not coming into it, investing like real valuable shit into the equation or into the situation, you gotta expect bullshit in return, man. You cannot feel no kind of way. You can't expect anything other than that in return, because I believe that largely, man, we give what we put into something. What you plant, you receive. You what you harvest. So again, man, when you go into a situation and you feel that, hey, man, I just don't get it. This person's just not giving me what, I know is going to bring me a peace of mind and comfort, even in the beginning stages of this thing, because, we say it all day long. We make time for what we want to make time for. We make time for who we want to make time for. And even at a beginning stage, man, you feeling somebody or you not, man. Y'all vibing or you not. And on whatever level y'all are vibing on, if it's not enough to make you fully engage this person, then it's not really what's up. My opinion, that's my view, that's my perspective. I don't think it's really what's up. And I think the truth of the matter is that when you really go and examine some of those relationships in the past, you examine some of those meetings or dates, these new potential whatever's in the past, when you go examine that, how it started, how it ended, how long it even lasted, when you go and examine that, man, I think you'll find some truth in what I'm saying is that when you look at how you started out, or when you look at how they started it out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing is, man, if it wasn't 100% on both ends, if I wasn't giving my 100, you wasn't giving your 100, you know, it's a good chance, man, we're going to either have some problems somewhere later down the line, or there's a good chance that we're not going to make it too far anyway. I mean, I'm a type of individual who don't really like wasting my time too long because anything that I engage in or put my time and my energy into, I mean, I value my time, I value my resources, I value my energy. I feel like I have very little of any of that to just be lollygagging off or just freestyling with right now in my particular life situation. So I feel like whatever I give a person, man, it needs to be, I mean, it just needs to be with a firm understanding. I feel like it don't have to be like strong commitment. It don't have to be like we finna get married or have to be in love, but it does have to be built on truth, no matter what it is. I don't care if it's just a freak session once a week, or if me and the individual was just hooking up for sexual gratification or pleasure. It still needs to be established on some truth. It needs to be established on what's real. You know, it can't be one-sided. It can't be, you know, I just get at you when I got time and I answer you when I feel like it, or you know, or you get at me when you got time. You answer me when you feel like it. I feel like, man, when we deal with each other, we deal with each other in truth. We deal with each other on a real level, because that's the only thing that can really be respected by anybody, man. Realness, truth, and truth is realness. If it ain't truth, it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the only thing anybody can respect. We all see it all the time. Be real, be 100, be 1,000, be truthful. But, you know, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, am I doing that all the time? Am I being that all the time? And I have to first become a representative of that which I preach. And I believe that once we become that representative of that, I think that we'll attract more of that. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that when we don't attract the things that we want in our world, it's only because we still have work to do on a personal level. You know, we have to get some things straight with ourselves. And I think that's the hardest thing for people to do today, is to critique themselves, to be honest and true with themselves, and accept it, man. You know, and I say, man, like, you know, I remember the female I know, I'm familiar with, I can't just say I know her name, Denise Mills. I mean, I gave a real, you know, props for a post she put out, and it was that, you know, people ask for the truth, but when you give them the truth, they have a damn fit, or they, you know, they don't like what they hear. So really, it's like what they're asking you for a lot. They want you to tell them what they want to hear so to make them feel better. You know what I'm saying? And I myself, I don't exist on that level. I'm going to tell you the truth, or I don't want to talk at all for the most part. Don't ask me my opinion, don't ask me my view. Don't really engage me in a conversation, because you're not going to get bullshit from me. I'm going to give you the way I see it, man. Better yet, I'm going to give it the way it is. I'm not even going to tell you the way I see it per se, or don't give you the way I see it per se. I'm going to give it to you the way it is, because it ain't about my feelings. It ain't about really my assumptions, my desires when I tell you certain things. And if it is some kind of level of, if it is just of an opinion, you know, for example, I definitely put that disclaimer out there first before I even speak it, that this is the way I see it. It's my personal view, meaning that, you know, I'm not saying you have to accept this or anything else. But in closing, man, real quick, I think most just don't like that, man. But anyway, my whole point was this here: be truthful to yourself, man. Be true to what you see. Be true to the signs you see. Don't fight that. Don't buck that, because at the end of the day, when you buck that truth for them signs that you see, and the individual ain't being 100 with you, ain't being, or better yet, not even just giving you what you want in return. It ain't, you know, I ain't gonna even use the term 100. I ain't gonna use the term real. If a person is not giving you what you want in return, they're not giving you what you're giving them, then just be honest with that, man. Be true to that, because it's gonna save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of wasted time, energy, resources. And I believe that you'll continue to find, you know, you won't be robbed of your own personal peace of mind by engaging with a person that creates this harmony between you and them, or this y'all incompatibility creates this harmony. So you know, that's my word for today, man. That's what I wanted to put out there. That's what I had for this conversation. That's what I was excited to say. And you know, man, maybe it helps some, maybe it don't. But again, man, when some of those things right, sound right, feel right, you try shifting your perspective, because there's always a number of ways to see something. You know, peace and blessings, man. Y'all have a good one.